President Trump's new $4.1 trillion budget proposal arrived on Capitol Hill and focuses on 8 pillars of reform, including health care, taxes, immigration, and reductions in federal spending. It cuts funds for abortion providers like Planned Parenthood, slashes welfare program, and ramps up spending for school choice and defense. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi looks at the impact of the proposal from a Catholic perspective. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Lauren. The president's wish list was delivered here to the Capitol today. The budget writers said they used the president's campaign speeches and promises to create this proposal. It includes a 6-week paid paternity leave program championed by his daughter, Ivanka.
President Trump's budget's titled A New Foundation for American Greatness.
Compassion needs to be on both sides of that equation. Yes, you have to have compassion for folks who are receiving the federal funds, but also you have to have compassion for the folks who are paying it.
Compassion. White House Budget Director Mick Mulvaney uses that word a lot to sell the 2018 budget.
We're no longer going to measure compassion by the number of programs or the number of people on those programs, but by the number of people we help get off of those programs.
President Trump's proposal would cut $191 billion from food stamps in 10 years and $600 billion in 10 years from Medicaid, the government insurance program for the poor and many disabled.
Food, nutrition, and especially for young people, children, it's harmful. It's even more, in a sense, hurts more when you put that against the fact that a defense budget's not going to be cut. It's substantially raised.
Venice, Florida Bishop Frank Dewane joined other bishops' conference leaders in writing this letter to lawmakers to urge them to protect the most vulnerable.
There's moral implications for every one of those line items. And I think we have to look at that. Yes, a deficit needs to be decreased. We don't want to put a burden on future generations. But we need to look at also what is morally feasible to do in, say, 1 year. And not to cut major drastic cuts on those programs, whether it's food stamps, whether it's block grants.
Conservatives happy with the proposed reforms to welfare say a safety net will still catch the truly needy.
We got a lot of able-bodied folks that we should probably have in the workforce. Some of this just seems to make sense, right? So that the truly needy, right, the truly disabled, get what they deserve.
But Democrats blast the budget.
The Trump budget takes a sledgehammer to the middle class and to working class Americans, lavishes tax breaks on the wealthy, and imagines all of the deficit problems away with fantasy math.
President Trump's proposal predicts that the budget deficit will start declining and reach a surplus by 2027. That hasn't happened since 2001, but Trump's budget is based on more than 3% growth, which many economists think is unrealistic. Lauren?
Well, now that Congress has the president's budget and this, 5-pound appendix, what is next? How are we going to see the government move forward?
Congress, especially the House of Representatives, has what's called the power of the purse. So they'll be the ones making the decisions about the budget and voting and debating and actually formulating that budget. One Republican said the president's budget is a starting place, conservative, and then it will move to the middle. That's because it needs 60 votes in the Senate to pass, meaning 8 Democrats will have to agree to it.
Jason Calvi reporting on Capitol Hill. Thank you, Jason.